Okay, here we go. I've been working bugs for, I don't know, 3 or 4 days now. Putting miles on, checking things. Mr. Power Steering pump has been the worst of it, and I think I finally got it. I talked about these lines that I had running up and over here last time. Well, I did everything I could aside from venting the cap, which didn't need to because this reservoir is actually vented already through these slots. So my theory is that air was building up and the lines might even have been higher than the fluid level over here, which wouldn't allow, it's going to churn all that up. And so I decided, well, it's a pretty easy fix, and I think the lines were long enough, so I actually moved them down and ran them underneath and then re-secured them under the bottom of the fan. They used to be right up here, and so far it's not puking anymore, and I don't see any major leaks anywhere, and there's not a bunch of fluid up here. So that made me super happy. Of course, I'm going to keep testing it, driving it, and making sure and putting some miles on it just because I've had such problems with it. Once upon a time, we had an oil pan leak, and I pulled the oil pan back down and resealed it. I'm happy to say that that is taken care of and not leaking oil anymore. And I had 2 leaks under here. So I had 2 leaks on this transfer case. I think where we TIG welded it, I think there was a tiny pinhole in the TIG weld, and it was just putting a little bead of fluid down here on the bottom of this TIG weld right here. So as you can see, I put just a smidge of glue on there, and it took care of that leak. I also had been fighting this O-ring inside of the speedometer case. So when you pull this out, the speedometer gears on the back side of it, well, it's got an O-ring that goes around it. Well, I've been fighting it puking out fluid out of that O-ring, and it's a Toyota specific O-ring, specific to this transfer case. Of course, I don't have it on the shelf or locally anywhere, so I yesterday pulled that out of there and put a universal O-ring on there, and it was actually too big to be able to go in the hole. So then I took a file and manually went around it and filed the O-ring down a little bit and got it in there, and went and drove it yesterday, and the damn thing was still leaking a little bit. So I climbed in here today to re-verify and recheck everything, and now I'm looking at it, and I do still have just a little bit of a fluid leak here on this transfer case. It's nothing like I was dealing with before, and I don't even see a drip on it now, but I do have some wet fluid right in this area. So I'm going to clean this transfer case up a little bit more and see if I can get it to quit leaking. Worst case, best case, I got to order this O-ring, and I think they've got it on the shelf in Vancouver, Washington, Longview, something like that, but I'd have to wait 3, 4, 5 days to get the O-ring. Just pull this little bolt, pull that out, put the new O-ring on, put it back in, put the retainer bolt back in it, and it's a done deal. Transmission adapter leak. So can you guys see the adapter up here? So this is a press adapter on this side of it. So this side of the adapter has a pressed lip on it that fits inside of this one. And I sealed this whole unit up when I put it together. It doesn't take a gasket. And because it's machined and pressed together, it really doesn't take much of a seal. Well, the geometry of this right here, it's got like a lip and a trough in it. So what I did is I sealed up the bottom edge of this thing, because really it's just got a small little puddle of fluid that kind of sits in the bottom of it, and then just kind of exchanges back and forth between this bearing surface in here and the back of the transmission. So I sealed this lower section up down here, hoping that I could get it. So far I don't see any leaks in it. Of course, I'm going to keep testing it. If it doesn't seal up, I'm going to have to take and pull all this transfer case stuff apart, the shifters, the drive lines, pull these bolts on it, and I'll have to slide this transfer case back, take the shifters out, slide this transfer case back, and then seal the surface of it here, and then put it all back together. I'm trying to avoid that, hoping that this takes care of the situation, because how far we've gone, and customers looking forward to getting his rig back. But like I said, I'm not going to let it go unless it's right, and so I'm just going to keep putting some more miles on it and keeping an eye on that and seeing if it's sealed up or whether it's still leaking. Transfer case, same kind of thing. I'm just going to keep trying to get it sealed up without having to do a bunch of major stuff to it. Everything else seems to be good to go. I got that rocker trims on, and I got the liners in the wheel wells, and I've got everything pretty much finished up, and so I'm just kind of keeping my eye on power steering fittings, power steering pump, power steering reservoir, transmission adapter to transfer case seal, and then the little bit of weepage on the back of the transfer case. In here, I wired up the cruise control. So it's wired. The first time I wired it didn't test correctly, so I've got it rewired, and I just got to go test and make sure that it's working. If it doesn't work in this configuration, I'm not sure, because I've done everything I'm supposed to as far as the instruction manual is concerned. These switches still work, but for some reason my middle backdoor switch stopped working, so I think it maybe lost the ground to it, because it's just a reversible ground on this center switch. So maybe I pulled the wire off underneath my bundle or something like that. But right now I'm just kind of at that point with these projects where, you know, you just gotta kind of work the bugs out and make sure that everything's fit and finish wise good and operating, and nothing's going to come up, because this is part of the procedure that I would normally just send it to the customer and be like, look, the job's done, go enjoy it. I'm sure there's going to be something that comes up, and then that's why I'm here, and I'll stand behind my work. Just go ahead and bring it back, and we'll take care of it if that's the case and when that happens. This one, unfortunately, is going across the country, and so as soon as I put it on a truck, not only am I responsible for it, but short of me getting on an airplane and flying to the other side of the country to fix it, it pretty much is what it is. So it adds a little bit of a painful element to the process, because we're pretty much done. But me, the technician, I'm the one kind of dragging my feet and just saying, give me a chance to make sure that nothing else is leaking and nothing else is going to fall apart, and that everything works the way it's supposed to work. So anyway, that's where we're at with the 4Runner. Every time I take this thing out, you guys stop me and want to take pictures and talk about it and follow me and all that kind of stuff. So it's been fun as far as that aspect is concerned. And so much love right back to y'all. Make sure you hit those buttons for me. I'm trying to get my subscriber and follower count up to 5,000. See if I can match my work a little bit with my following. But anyway, we'll get out of here. Much love, y'all. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll get you some more content before this baby goes home.